Members of the Labour Party caucus in the Southeast Houses of Assembly have called for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Kanu has been in DSS detention since 2021 following his extradition from Kenya. The lawmakers, in a statement released to journalists in Oka on Saturday, said the release of Kanu would separate genuine agitators from criminals and kidnappers, as well as douse insecurity in the southeast. The lawmakers stated that Kanu's prolonged detention was embodying criminal elements posing as agitators to engage in unlawful activities. The communique was jointly signed by the 11 lawmakers from Southeast: Jude Omenajio, Kingsley Udemeze, Chidinma Mbachu, Nkechi Ogbuefi, Justice Azuka, Harrison Ogara, Eze Gabriel, Malaki Onyechi, Raymond Ugu, Fred Ezenwa, and Osita Oko. The communique was issued after their meeting of members of the caucus on July 10, 2024. The statement read, "We therefore lend our voices in appealing to President Bola Tinubu to, as a matter of urgency, release Nnamdi Kanu so as to douse the current insecurity ravaging the Southeast zone. This insecurity has grounded the economy of the region and has occasioned the unprecedented loss of human lives as well as the destruction of property. His release will act as a healing balm to the region and also encourage the feeling of oneness as a nation. Furthermore, it will separate genuine agitators from criminals in the business of kidnapping." The lawmakers also appealed to the Southeast governors and their counterparts across the country to work towards granting full financial autonomy to the state houses of assembly in accordance with the Constitution and the principles of separation of powers. Granting full autonomy to state houses of assembly will go a long way in ensuring more robust assemblies, thereby enhancing their functionalities in the area of lawmaking, oversight, and other attendant legislative duties. The statement continued, "Following the example of the federal government, full financial autonomy will deepen democracy in the state and ensure more quality and effective representation. That the federal government should ensure the quick resolution of the current minimum wage impasse between the government's organized private sector and labor unions. With the current economic reality and astronomical increment in the prices of goods and services, it will be wrong for the government not to hearken to the voice of the NLC/TUC, who represent the voice of the suffering masses. Nigerians are in agony on account of the current harsh economic situation, and the worst hit appears to be the workers, whose income is obviously not enough under the current situation. We harbor the recent hasty incarceration of Honorable Bright Ingene, who is a candidate in a rerun election in Enugu State, whose prison sentence seemed to be politically motivated. We call on the National Judicial Council to look into the case and ensure that justice is done. It is surprising that even when the community, who are the complainants in the case, opted to withdraw the case, the court still proceeded to trial and sentenced him to jail in controversial and suspicious circumstances without giving room for the adoption of written addresses by the parties. We also appeal to the Speaker of the Enugu State House of Assembly to, as a matter of urgency, ensure that in accordance with the standing order of the House, the minority positions due to the Labour Party are given to them without further delay. You recall that recently, some Labour Party members decamped to the PDP, going along with them the minority leadership positions of the Labour Party in the House. Since you have only two parties in the House, it is only right that the Labour Party is now in the minority and should be entitled to their minority leadership positions. As the Speaker, who is the father to all in the House, it is only right and just that the positions be returned to the Labour Party to ensure fairness and equity."